Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, to all our agents, clients, and friends. Welcome to Pioneer Hangout. I am Danny Ulanday together with...
I'm Alan Abaca.
And we will hang out with you the entire morning and talk to you about the buzz of the week here of Alan. We're also going to explain to you what index or indices are all about. And we're going to answer the question, Alan, of a lot of agents. How do you handle a difficult client?
Oh, yeah.
All right. And also, we're going to have a friend from our operations department, and she will give us our
ops date.
Ops date.
Coming from Shello.
That's coming from Shello. And to kick it off, simula na kagad tayo, allow me now to give the floor to our resident boy Abunda to give us the buzz of the week, Mr. Alan. Alan, go!
Oh, boy Abunda.
Buzz eh, di ba?
Sige. Okay, so, of course, last week, the Yolanda, of course, Typhoon Yolanda hit the country really hard.
Yes.
Even decimated Tacloban City. And of course, in the aftermath, a lot of people are asking, ano bang magiging effect nito sa economy?
Yeah, kasi last week or the previous week, the question was kailan darating ang relief goods, di ba? The question is kailan magpapakita yung government sa kanila. Na ngayon medyo nagsusubside na ng konti. May mga nagreklamo pa rin. Question now is how it will affect the economy. Sige nga, Alan.
So, Credit Suisse,
the credit agency.
Credit agency, very respected credit agency, has said that it will have it will just have a small blip or effect on the economy, no?
Okay.
That's because when Yolanda hit the country, it didn't really hit the manufacturing centers, which are the engines or the drivers of the economy. It hit mostly agricultural areas.
We're not saying naman nabuti na lang it hit the agricultural areas. We're just saying that for the economy purpose, since yun ang tinamaan. Hindi ganun masyado yung effect.
Yung effect, yes, sa economy. So, we're still on course with the target of about 6 to 7% of GDP growth versus last year.
Despite the devastation that we had for this quarter, kasi may lindol pa tayo, di ba, Alan? We're saying na okay pa tayo, on track pa rin yung ating country as far as growth is concerned.
And Danny, there's even a silver lining to that, because of Tacloban and especially those hard-hit areas by Yolanda is essentially starting from scratch. So magkakaroon ng parang construction surge ngayon. May rebuilding. And economy daw of these areas they'll be essentially pumping up the economy.
And the companies, the construction companies now, the real estate company will. Great, that's good. That's good news. So thank you very much, Alan. Thank you very much, Alan, for that. That is the buzz of the week. Need not worry, clients. If you are thinking about pulling out your investment because our investment is connected also to the economy of our country, you need to just write it out because next year, I believe, right? Next year will be a much better year.
We have a huge momentum going on until next year, so
there you go. Thank you, Alan, for the buzz of the week. But anyway,
thanks, Danny.
So let's go to the next segment, diba, Alan? Kasi we're talking about the economy, and then now there are people asking, diba? Danny, ano ba yung pag nanonood tayo ng TV, then there's business news, and then people will start saying, the market is up. And the index, the stock index has gone up by 100 points. Index. Hindi index card.
Index finger.
Well, actually, the index is a way to measure the stock market. Not by measuring all the companies listed in the stock market, but rather only a component of which.
Ilang companies?
Well, there are a total of 344 companies listed in the stock market right now. Now, matanong kita. May investments ka, alam ka. Okay, so give me one particular company that you're invested with.
BDO?
BDO, for example. Kunwari, isa lang BDO mo. You don't need to look at the index. Just look at BDO. Tignan mo kung maganda umangat ang presyo niya o hindi umangat ang presyo niya. So, malalaman mo kung maganda investment o hindi. But I know you don't have only just one. You also have a couple of more, right?
Let's say BPI?
BPI and a while back you say
Metro Bank.
Now, rather than looking at the entire index, just look at the financial index. So meron yan. Yun lang titignan mo para malaman mo kung maganda ba yung share prices ng mga companies sa binili mo. But you are highly diversified, Alan, di ba? So, hindi lang naman dyan eh. So, meron ka pang investments like
PLDT, for example.
PLDT, And I know we have Globe also at the same time, di ba?
Communications naman.
Rather than looking, again, at the financial index, kasi meron ka ibang companies, what you need to do now is to look at the composite index. Yung tinatawag nilang PSEI. or the Philippine Stock Exchange Index.
Okay.
Alamin mo kung tumaas o bumaba. Pag tumaas yan, you can more or less assume na yung mga investment umangat din. Pag bumaba yan, you can also assume in a way na medyo bumaba din. Okay? Now, going to Pioneer kasi meron tayong variable life fund, di ba?
Yeah.
You were invested.
Sabi nila, invested daw sa stocks.
Sa stocks, no? Highly diversified investment natin.
Yes.
So, if you want to know in a way without really looking at the Pioneer website how your investment is doing, just look also at the indexes. Okay? Pag nakita mo na umaangat ang index, you can more or less assume okay ka. Pag medyo bumababa ng konti, okay lang yan. Huwag kang mag-alala kasi tataas din yan. Okay? So that's what these indexes are all about. That's correct. Now, ang tanong mo siguro, ano yung 30 companies, no? Na sinasabi natin. Kasi ang PSEI, 30 companies lang talaga yan. Okay? Something that we can discuss next week on our next episode. And also talk to you about what blue chip stocks are all about. Okay? So there you go. That's Tech Talk for you. Okay? Alan? At this particular point, I want to give you some tips on how to retire. Diba?
Retirement?
Yeah, you look right for retirement.
Ito tingin mo, between the two of us, sino yung magre-retire na maaga?
Anyway!
Danny, para sa'yo ito. Okay.
Start your retirement fund today. First, think about your retirement goals and then figure out how much you'll need to make them happen. Stay safe and secure always with Pioneer, your insurance. Log on to pioneer.com.ph for more financial and safety tips.
Okay, so Danny, huwag mo kalimutan yung retirement tip na yun, ha? Okay, now moving on. So we're going to talk about how to handle difficult clients. First question, what makes a client difficult?
Well, difficult clients depende sa experience ng mga iba't ibang mga ahente or financial planners because there will be clients who are difficult and they will ask you 100 questions all at the same time. Okay? There will be clients who will try to lead you on, di ba? Pero at the end, wala rin ba naman? May mga kliyente naman. May mga ibang kliyente naman to the point that you've kept on calling and setting for appointment but wouldn't want to meet with you or wouldn't want to even talk to you. And then there will be those that will impose their authority over you. No? Minsan manliliit ka talaga eh. No? Ala na para bang wow. Okay, parang bigla mo din-doubt yung sarili mo in the process. Okay? That was
so you mentioned about those clients na talagang ini-impose yung kanilang authority. For me, that's kind of one of the more difficult ones to handle. No? So, example, how do you handle such a client?
Okay, we don't have, may kliyong oras natin to discuss this, but just let me give you some tips on how to handle that. Lalo yung mga difficult clients in general. Number one, Alan, mindset. Mindset. You have to have the right mindset that if this person is imposing his authority on you or talagang medyo parang nanliliit ka dun sa ginagawa niya, always understand one thing. This is a job. You're a professional. This is not a personal attack on who you are, 'di ba? Hindi niya nire-reject yung pagkatao mo. Nire-reject niya yung serbisyo mo o yung produkto na binebenta mo, which is natural naman in business, 'di ba? So, number one, proper mindset. Number two, be prepared. Be prepared. Sabi ko kanina, there will be clients who will be asking 100 questions. Walang problema if you have 101 answers.
Okay. So as long as product mastery,
company mastery. If you're selling an investment product, Alan, you have to have something. You have to know what's happening in the market, in the economy, so that you can answer your client factually, diba? And truthfully. So proper mindset, be prepared. Okay. Third one, well, you have to empathize. Now, it's not enough that you keep on answering. Ask yourself the question. Dapat after 3 questions, okay na eh. Pero kapag 10, 20, 30 na yung tanong, ang daming tanong nitong taong ito. One instance was, I had a client who was really, to the point na sasabihin niya sa akin, wala akong tiwala sa mga ganyang klaseng kumpanya, sa ganyang klaseng mga produkto. And then, when I tried to probe, na-realize ko, nakita ko na medyo na-biktima pala siya ng isang...
was it a scam?
In a way, parang in an investment scam. Not insurance, Not insurance, but another industry na eventually, lahat ng pinasok nilang pera, hindi rin nila nakuha.
Okay.
Ay, di ba, Alan, ikaw may anak ka. Ikaw naman, di ba, you prepared for your child's education, and if you're not able to get that in time, kahit naman siguro ikaw, medyo magagalit ka, mapipikon ka. And pag umarap ako sa'yo, you're really gonna be very difficult. Okay. So you need to empathize so that you would know how to handle it. No? So that, sometimes it happens, pag naramdaman ko na gano'n ang usapan, sinasarado ko na yung mga proposals ko, sinasarado ko na yung notebook ko, yung iPad ko, pinapatay ko na, kakwentuhan na lang kami.
Okay. So it's parang learning when to also quit the topic altogether and just continue building the rapport.
So that's empathizing, that's listening to them, and then if you listen to them, then you would know what to say, and you know what to do in the process. And lastly, fourth one, close it. What do you mean by closing it, di ba? You need to whatever it is, no? Whether galit ka pa rin, whether masama pa rin ang loob ng kliyente mo, you need to close it. A, by, again, attempting if talagang gusto niya pa rin kumuha, or B, by setting another appointment. Di ba? So, you cannot naman expect that you'll be able to close it immediately. Okay, so, but if I will be able to close it after a month or two, okay?
So, close it in small chunks.
In small chunks.
So, kumbaga parang you're closing the door bit by bit.
By bit, and eventually, that's correct. You close the door, but you're in the house already, di ba? So, kasi kliyente mo na siya. So, mindset is important. Be prepared, okay? It's very important. Listen and empathize, okay? And lastly, close it. There you go. That's how to handle difficult plans as far as I'm concerned.
Okay, and speaking of closing, we're now closing this segment with Danny.
Yeah.
And we're moving on to
a tip. To a tip. Kasi kanina, ikaw bili ka ng bili ng kung ano-ano mga gadget. This time, bago kayo bumili ng mga kung ano-ano gadget, look at this particular tip of ours. And after that also, we're going to show you the top 5 agents for the month of November.
Yeah.
That's correct. All right.
Okay.
Eliminate wasteful purchases. When tempted to purchase an item you don't really need, step back and wait a few days before making a final decision. Stay safe and secure always with Pioneer, your insurance. Log on to pioneer.com.ph for more financial and safety tips.
Well, welcome back, Pioneer. And today right now we're joined by Shello because we're going to have our
Update or operations update.
All right, Shello.
Okay. Since last week we've been talking about Yolanda. This week, Yolanda pa rin. And our thoughts and prayers are with our fellow Filipinos who are recovering from the recent calamities. Actually, di ba, Bohol, earthquake, tapos Yolanda naman. So, it is our way of parang showing our concern to our fellow Filipinos, especially our policy owners. So, Pioneer Life will be extending the grace period for payment of premiums for additional 60 days.
Okay, for an additional 60. So help me with that, Shell. So today is Monday, November 25. So my grace period. Today's my due date, say for example, and when's my grace period?
The usual grace period is 31 days.
So 31 days. That will be sometime in
December 26.
December 26. Okay.
Yes.
What does that extended grace period mean?
So instead na yung grace period mo until December 26 dadagdagan pa natin ng additional 60 days.
60 days.
So, mga around
Feb na.
Mga Feb, sometime Feb pa. Pwede
Feb 20s.
And not just that, hindi lang yung pagpe-pay ng premiums. Ibig sabihin, since nasa grace period ka, your coverage is also extended. So if anything happens during that period, meron kang insurance coverage.
Sana wala namang mangyari, no? But why are we doing this? Why are we doing this extended
kasi we know naman yung mga affected nitong Yolanda, no? They are rebuilding their lives, they are rebuilding their homes, 'di ba? So medyo yung insurance nila hindi siya yung top priority talaga. Syempre yung basic necessities like clothing, food and shelter. Yan yung una eh. So at least siguro pag medyo nakasettle na sila and naalala na nila yung policy nila, at least I think it would also they will appreciate na enforce pa rin pala yung aking policy.
Okay. So well you talked about rebuilding, no? So of course marami sa kanila nawala ng mga bahay, mga properties, lahat talaga. So most likely or 'di ba? Malamang na pati yung policy nila. Wala na, hindi na makita. So if I were to have a claim or make a claim, taga-Tacloban ako na wala yung policy ko, anong pwede kong gawin doon?
So,
require kasi natin ng policy kadalasan.
Well, actually, Pioneer will be replacing their lost or damaged policy for free. They just have to call out their servicing agent or visit any Pioneer Life office, and they just fill out in declaration of loss. And of course, papalitan na natin yung nila, yung kontrata nila.
So you said any Pioneer office, no, but unfortunately also yung Tacloban office natin got hit, and as of now it's not yet operational. So what are the numbers that they can call?
They can call our yung sa head office, that's 812-7777.
That's 812-7777.
Or they can also call our PLDT toll-free number. That's 1-800-1888-8383.
Can you do that one more time?
That's one PLDT toll-free number, 1-800-1888-8383.
Of course, as we say this, Alan, we understand though that in some areas in the Visayas, still the communication line is not yet complete, no? And baka naman sabihin na iba, paano nga kami tatawag sa inyo? Wala nga kaming telephone and all that. But the thing is that the moment you receive this message, at least you know, when you are able to start calling us and letting us know of your situation, we will do everything that we can, right, Shelley?
That's correct.
To assist you and to extend to you that assistance, no? But also, the thing is, probably medyo matagal siguro bago makita ng kliyente itong natin, usapan na to, but I would like to assume na yung agents natin, napapanood tayo, right? Yung mga ahente ho natin, at ito yung, you can be the one to help us, no?
And later we'll be showing the complete list of the areas covered kasi hindi naman siya buong Pilipinas.
Okay, yun yan. So hindi siya buong Pilipinas. So I'm in Manila, I live in Manila. Since hindi ako tinamaan, wala yan.
And actually, di ba, since nangyari yata yung October 8, naglandfall si Yolanda, hindi nga lang yung due simula ng October 8. November 8 pala nangyari si Yolanda. Yung mga due date na sisimulan natin, na i-extend ng grace period as early as October 8. Kasi alam natin, yung October 8 na due, ang end ng grace period niya, November 8. And possible na hindi niya nabayaran because of what happened.
So, we're extending the grace period, and probably as a final note, no, as we end this, although it's a sad note, no, yung sa Yolanda, but ako, yung sa mga agents po natin, no, even tayo, diba? We can change the lives of people, diba? In our credit, we have what we call I am Pioneer and I change lives. And this is the perfect opportunity for us to change the lives of people. We can not only, diba, give relief goods or donations, but we can actually start talking to a lot of people, not only from Tacloban, pero pati dito sa Manila. Start a financial plan, so that if something like this happens, diba, you will rise above the rest, diba, and you will not worry about the future. Okay? So on that note, my name is Danny Ulanday, together with
Shello
and Alan,
and this has been your Pioneer Hangout.